Break the law, they send you to prison. Why? Because if we can remove you from broader society, we punish you. Human beings, by their very nature, need interaction. When you're in prison and you break the rules, what do they do then? They put you in isolation. So just to be clear, to the strongest, toughest, most evil people of society, the single most powerful form of punishing them is separation. It's not physical punishment. It's I'm going to put you in a hole, alone. That's it. And it will break you. That's why people don't have the courage to walk the path of entrepreneurship. Because the minute you're walking, you're going, holy shit, I'm alone. You get it? Yeah?
So you just heard that, right? You just heard that. So let me give you this, a timeline of evidence. The harmful impact of isolation rooms is not a new finding, but a consistent conclusion reached by multiple studies over recent years. Earlier research, 2020 to 23, a social justice analysis noted that academic research had already raised alarms. Studies before 2023 found a lack of evidence supporting the practice's efficiency, with students reported feeling like a dog in a cage, or that rooms were like prison. The research argued that the practice is incompatible with the principles of social justice and undermines students' dignity. February 2025, a dumping ground damaging trust. A University of Cambridge study published in Frontiers in Education focused on parent perspectives. It found that 76% of parents reported their child's mental health was negatively affected by internal exclusions, with half describing the overall experience as a very negative. Parents described the practice as a dumping ground that led to a breakdown of trust with the school. October 2025, the largest study confirms widespread harm. Most significant and large-scale evidence to date came from the University of Manchester, published in the British Educational Research Journal. A research team led by Dr. Emma Thornton and Professor Neil Humphrey as part of the Be Well programme. What it found? The study, based on over 34,000 pupils, revealed the practice is both widespread and deeply damaging. Its key condemnations are, check this out, 1 in 12 pupils, 8.3%, are isolated at least weekly, losing over 8.5 hours of classroom time, more than a full school day. It targets the vulnerable. After accounting for behaviour, children with special educational needs, those SEN children, were more than twice as likely to be isolated. Disproportionate rates were also found for pupils receiving free school meals, those identifying as LGBTQ+, and students from Black, Asian and mixed heritage backgrounds. It causes measurable harm. Isolated pupils reported a reduced sense of belonging, poor relationships with teachers, and for girls, lower mental well-being. The researchers concluded that isolation is not the solution and called for investment in positive restorative alternatives. The stark conclusion is, parents, I hope you're listening, the message from half a decade of research is clear and unanimous. Isolation rooms are a failed and harmful policy. They do not solve behavioural issues, but instead punish vulnerability, sever a child's connection to school, and rob them of education. The October 2025 study, so just the other day, because it's now it's now December, confirms this is happening on a vast scale, systematically targeting the most vulnerable children. This is not discipline, it is institutionalized neglect. The evidence demands that this practice ends. Parents must demand its ban and insist schools adopt the proven supportive alternatives that this research advocates. Now, we have a petition parliament that is live at the moment, which is calling for the ban of isolation rooms in schools for our children. Some children as young as 5 are being isolated. Let me just take this off because the reflection is irritating. Some children as young as 5 are being placed in isolation rooms. Some children 10 and 11, just going into high school, are in isolation rooms for months at a time. And schools justify this by saying it's part of their behaviour policies. Parents, you have more power than you realise. Let me have a look at what else is there. Like, there's not even anything more to say. Vusi said more than enough, and he was liking that to the prisons. So what difference does isolation rooms make? They're exactly the same thing. So when you hear that your child's been placed in reflection room, timeout room, oh, they're with a teacher, they're doing their work. No, the mental health impact is long. Please, please, please sign the petition. I've put the link up below, up the top, sorry. And also if you link through our thingy, you know what I mean. Click the petition, sign it. It takes 2 minutes. Sign, confirm your email, and let us get these things banned out of schools and make sure we're supporting the mental health and well-being of all of our children. Take care, give care.